And Wray was just a really unique practice. It's a place where we get to practice rural family medicine, and which with a wide spectrum, we get to do deliveries, C-sections. You get to work in the ICU, set fractures, and just the full spectrum of family medicine. But it's really unique in that we have a stable medical staff, we have the residency. Our goal is for the resident to leave here feeling as confident as possible and capable as possible.
Well, when I was a medical student and a resident, I got to do a lot of autonomous things that I wasn't going to be able to do back at other rotations in medical school or even at my residency. So I was able to do the ER all by myself, make a lot of decisions, which I think provided a really valuable learning experience for me. I was able to triage and transfer a patient with a MI without really any help from the attendings.
I really think when you're talking about family practice, family medicine, the clinic is the most important part of that training, and the reality of when you graduate, when you finish your residency, you're going to be in clinic most of the time. That's what you're going to be doing, and that's the opportunity that we give our residents. They're in the clinic all the time, working around either procedures or specialty clinics, and they can adjust their schedule how they need to be, but when they're not doing something, they're in clinic. And that makes our numbers astronomical as well. The other thing is balancing. This program makes you balance, the emergency room, your procedures, your practice. And, I think that prepares you to go out. I think our residents are ready to go into rural practice as soon as they're done. They're ready. And there's going to be less of that transition. They know how to handle it a lot better than I think most residents do.
I think probably the main thing is you have an opportunity to work with some people who have really dedicated themselves to the rural family practice here in Wray. It's always been that in order for someone to survive in a rural atmosphere when they leave a residency, they need to experience that, not only from the medical side of getting the training that will provide for them in the rural areas, but also to live what it's like to be in a small community. It's something that you have to experience and be able to survive that when you leave your residency.
Section experience, they're all the residents, and so every single C-section that we do is the resident C-section, and so I think that you don't necessarily have to be following them along, and you're still going to get the procedure. You don't have to be on call. We're still going to call a resident. Endoscopy, EGD, colonoscopy, I think our experience with those procedures is tremendous, and our residents are doing basically 2 to 3 to 4 scopes every week.
We want residents who are happy to be here and they're enthusiastic about learning and getting procedures and getting as much experience as they can. And if we have that, I think you can do great here. So.
We have students who are interested in rural health care, and we need residency receptor sites for those students. So when a student goes through medical school interested in rural family medicine, they've got to have a residency program to go to that will continue the type of care and role modeling and mentorship that they're looking for. And we know from national data that the more time that a person spends in a rural site, the more likely they are to actually adopt that as their career plan.